Welcome back to another episode of KJF Outdoors. I just want to do a quick overview on the ice rod that I've been using the last couple of years. It is a tuned up custom quick tip. They make lots of different other kinds of rods that for different species and different reasons, but for perch, which I mostly do here, and the quick tip is perfect for me. You can see a quick little thing there. Now these rods are pricey, but they are worth the money. But see the action there? Super sensitive tip. You can see all those light bites, and it quickly transitions into a nice heavy backbone. So occasionally there might be a few pike in the area where I'm fishing, so I wanted something that has light enough sensitivity to see those light perch bites, but also have enough backbone. So the tuned up custom rod's quick tip was perfect for what I needed. I have this paired up with a Shimano Sienna 500, perfect size reel for this rod, and the line I have on there is the Suffix Ice Magic in 4 pounds. It's a perfect setup for using for perch. Now, these do run pretty pricey. You can only get them in the States. So you're looking for this particular model is $110 American plus $35 international shipping. So it is pretty pricey. I mean, you're looking at a good chunk of change for just the rod, not including the reel. But if you want to step it up to something a little bit more expensive and a little bit more high-end quality, then I definitely recommend a tuned-up custom rod. Now, when you go to their site, you can choose all kinds of different rods and lengths, and it's pretty much a custom ordeal, as the name says. This particular rod you can get from 32 inches to 36 inches. You can choose the handle type, so you can either go with a full cork or a split design like I have here, the split design, which is nice because when you put your finger on it, you feel the rod. So even if you don't see the rod tip move down or up, depending on what kind of hit the fish is doing, you will feel it on this back piece here. And of course you can do different color wrappings. That's a blue color. You can get pretty much any color. Now you do pay more for each customization that you do put on this rod, but again, it's about what makes you happy. It's something that is completely custom and yours. So it's definitely very neat. A little pricey, but very cool. And the rod, like, the balance is perfect. The weight is perfect. You know, it's just, I've never held such a nice ice rod before, so it's definitely worth the money in my case. So now a lot of people will say, well, you don't have to spend that kind of money to catch fish, and you don't. You know, it comes down to what makes you smile. Like, whenever I pick up this rod, it makes me smile. So, but I do have a, Canadian Tire rod here too to bring in and show you a little bit of a comparison on why, you would want to go with something like this instead of something cheaper. So this is just a Sub-Zero Canadian Tire rod, which I used to use for perch. You can get them cheap, anywhere from $15 for, kind of a combo setup. It does have just a regular foam handle. But the biggest thing is the weight. The distribution of weight isn't the nicest. The rod is pretty heavy. And I mean, the biggest thing here too is the sensitivity. I mean, look, you can see the difference in the sensitivity of this rod, and also barely any backbone to way back here. So I mean, you have this much kind of slop. There's much slop in your rod, and very little backbone, pretty much all the way to the end. So I mean, can this catch fish? Of course, right? Like, there's no doubt about that. It will work, but it comes down to what makes you happy. And I would say, you might catch more fish on something that's more expensive, like this tuned up custom. You can see the hits better. You can play the fish a little bit better on the rod. It's more sensitive. You can see the bites, and it's just more fun to fish with. So I definitely recommend a ice rod from Tuned Up Customs. Don't regret it. Don't look back. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but hey, it's definitely worth it in my books. And I might have another one coming in the mail for this season. But on a side note, it does take 4 weeks for it to even ship out. So that has to do with the customization and everything else. That's about it, guys. So talk to you later.
Told you it was a huge fucking fish.